So, welcome to Beyond Ego. Problem with the ego. Do you have a problem with your ego? Do you define it as a problem? How do you define the interaction with your ego? Well, like I said, we don't criminalize the ego. The ego has its job to do, and it's there to do. It has been serving you very well until now. It has been protecting you from danger. Ego and intuition. That's the irony. That's a funny thing. When you stop operating from ego, you start operating from intuition. So ego and intuition are actually intertwined with each other, somehow linked with each other, but not quite. Where ego stops is where, what is the right word for that? It is mingled with each other. So you stop gradually operating from ego and down, and more operating from intuition space. Because most people, they're operating just from ego. Intuition, what is that? I got no idea. Who needs that? Time wasting. It's for the new age, blah, 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 blah. It's for the guru, blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, time wasting. They are crazy. Ego got a say. Ego has a say. Ego knows the way. Ego knows to protect you from them, from that. Ego warns you from danger. A lot of people are operating from that space, from that state of being. And they ignore their intuition completely. Now the ego is limited. The ego sees only what it wants to see, sees only the danger, sees only, for example, the danger only, but doesn't see the blessings in the danger. This ego only feels the discomfort and want to get out of there, but it doesn't see the blessings in the discomfort. For when you are evolving, when that higher aspect of fact that you are, your higher self, higher consciousness, is starting to merge with you, it's a process too, a long one, painful one too. Not gonna lie to you, but it's a blessing. No? So the ego will start shouting, kicking, and screaming, and feel like I have to protect my person. The ego feels like a bodyguard of the person, of the body, for that matter. I need to protect my body. I need to protect my person. Because this red flags, danger to my person, to my being. I need to protect. Hey, I need to warn my person. Hey, be careful there, be careful there. That is not intuition. That is ego trying to be protective. Not bad, because it's also most of the time, as you were still not in tune with your antenna, spiritual antenna, your intuition, with your higher consciousness, with your guides, spiritual guides, and so on, your angelic force that are around you, that are protecting you, that are guiding you. As long what all of us, we had those times that we didn't even know about their existence, and as a matter of fact, we didn't even hear them. They say go left and we go right. They say stop and we walk. They say walk and we stop. We know that. Because the ego says, hey, it's red. And they're saying walk. What if the car comes and then it hits you and then you're dead? No, stop. But the divine guidance says, just walk. That's the ego. That's the work of the ego. That's the job of the ego, and that is what the ego does. It mostly contradicts with divine guidance. For divine guidance, what did Jesus say? There are two ways. The broader way and spacious way, That's where many are going through, going in, taking. And then there is a narrow one, crumbling, what is it called? Narrow and steinish. I don't know what it's called in English. I forgot. And few. That is the one that is leading to freedom, to divine blessings, to God's kingdom. And that is the one that many are not willing to go. They take the spacious and broad one that leads to destruction and to nothingness. Okay, whatever, to nothingness. It leads back to chaos. And that's the road that many people are taking. And that is the way of the ego. The ego wants the easiest way. The ego wants things fast. It has to happen very fast. The ego is not patient. The ego wants things to happen very fast. And at times, divine guidance announce something in your life, a change or whatever. But that is to come in a year or two. But the ego is waiting for that announced something to happen now. What do you think what happens? Dilemma. That announcement was meant to happen in 2 years, take place in 2 years. For the divine doesn't operate in time. They don't have the time, they don't have the clock, they don't have the calendar. For them, 2 years from now on is like tomorrow. And for our ego, is 2 years from now is forever. That's the dilemma of the ego. So what happens when the ego waits 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 week, 1 month? It starts getting frustrated, getting impatient. Those are now all the attributes and the recipe to unhappiness, to unhappy life, to depression, to anxiety. For impatience, you become impatient. Impatient is like a poison to your very being, to your very well-being. You become impatient, you start operating from the state of fear, from the desperate state of want, need. All what yourself, the self is calling upon you, wants you to do is just to relax and just be. The blessing of being and the blessing of embracing the now moment is that you are content with this now moment. Really, and when we really look at our lives, most of the time the now moment is never a problem. Never a problem. Most of the time, not always, but most of the time. Even if it's a problem, you have a problem in this now moment, walk with that problem and walk with that now moment. Don't try to escape that now moment and looking into the future or in the past, because again, you find yourself in a place of getting impatient and desperate and depressed. Do we see the result, the chain reaction? And that's the work of the ego. When you start operating beyond the ego, you break that chain reaction. You create another beautiful one, namely Embrace the now moment, whatever that now moment is for you. Because you are life, you are source, you are spirit. And spirit is the now moment. Spirit is never in the future, never in the past. Spirit is just now. And whatever you are experiencing is what the spirit is moving through you. Is how the spirit is moving through you. Allow that movement to happen through you. And you will realize that even if the now moment is hurting, this now moment, you will feel still a piece of bliss, peace of mind, peace of heart. You ask yourself, why am I at peace while this and this and this? Welcome to higher dimensional frequency. Welcome to your self, and welcome and meet the higher consciousness that you are, the whole of you. We're going to talk more about that. Stay tuned, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share this channel with other people. And please make a comment if you feel this video helped you or spoke directly to you, even if it's just a number 444 or 313, or just say yes, I feel it, something like that. Whatever comes out of your heart in that moment, write it in the comment section. Even if it's just only one word, one number, it means something. Stay tuned until next time.